Now, it's not often I'll play a punishment game twice, but I've been playing some Hexagon Madness quite a bit, and I just want to share it with you. Now, first off, we have Super Hexagon. We all saw it before. It's a lot of fun. Let's just have a quick refresher. It's probably going to be way louder than me. In fact, it's overwhelming in my headphones. Let's see if I can't reduce that whilst playing one-handed. That's better for me. So, Super Hexagon. Gaming at its finest and most basics. You have really two controls, left and right. And you must avoid the incoming shapes. Simple as. But it's a lot of fun and fairly challenging. This is the easiest level. And yeah, it gets progressively harder, but nothing too complicated. There's also, unique to this level, some tricks you can use when the shape keeps changing between square, pentagon, and hexagon. Yeah, really simple, a lot of fun, and the thing is, I made Super Hexagon a mod challenge game. Sadly, nobody has stepped up to the challenge thus far. I'm hoping that'll change. I love this game so much. Yeah, I said I was going to do one of my punishment games, but looking at it, it's after 10 o'clock. And this particular punishment game is probably best left till when I have a bit more time. Responsible fellow that I am, I don't want to be staying up too late every night. So if you think you can survive 2 minutes on each of the levels, and 80 seconds on the last one, because I don't want to be too cruel, the void is not to be messed with, then give it a go, and you can get modship here, if for some reason that appeals to you. You'd need some real issues for it too, but I can get behind that.
Excellent.
Ah, I love this game. I love it so much. And if you can last long enough on a level, you'll be brought into another one. I don't think I can do that here, but in for a penny, in for a pound.
Game
See?
over.
And then, might as well go for one of the harder ones as well. Just because I want to have a bit of fun here. At least fun with this game.
Fine.
So I wouldn't be streaming this if it was only Super Hexagon, now would I? Or maybe I just want to give you all some horrible eye disease before you go to bed. I never did any kind of audio check for this, and I can't exactly tear my eyes away to go and check OBS or the chat, so I'm just going to run with it and trust it's okay. It's so relaxing. Until it goes, oh, hope you like not being able to see. So anyway, that is Super Hexagon. It's a great game, and it's very cheap on Steam. I strongly encourage anyone to try it. But that's just Super Hexagon. What somebody in chat was cruel enough to do was introduce me to, oh boy, I've crashed it now, haven't I? Goodbye. Was introduce me to Open Hexagon, because, you know, Super Hexagon wasn't quite hard enough. Open Hexagon is made by the kind of people that find step charts or bullet hells too simple for them, so they go and make far harder versions. Oh god, what have I done? Is this actually working now? Yes, it is. Okay, so what they appear to have done is just made a harder version of it, if I can actually get it to... Oh. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, right, I had to check and make sure it was working there. So they made a more horrible version of Super Hexagon. How is the audio on that? It's probably not loud enough because I want this music to be heard. Because it's pretty good. I've been listening to it a fair chunk. Let's just bring it up a notch. Yeah, this is the easiest level and it's already giving me a bit of trouble. And instead of just changing at 60 seconds like Super Hexagon, this one gives you a quick level up every 10 or 15 or so seconds depending on the level. And it can get pretty cruel. But much like Super Hexagon, it's held together by some pretty amazing music. I love it. In fact, I need to pump up those headphones again without taking my eyes off the prize here. There we go. So, this, I want to say step chart, because that's what we say in DDR, but these patterns are obviously heavily influenced by Super Hexagons. It's pretty nice. I mean, more of a good thing is good, right? Some say less is more, but no, more is more. Bjorn taught me that. So, yeah, unfortunately we capped out at 84, but that was just one of them. And yeah, these things start getting... Oh, snap, what is going on now? Did I lose my feed there? Probably. You get some new and wicked step charts that are just, they're a little cruel. But as long as the music's good, I'm happy to keep going with it. Actually, the next time I fail, I should put my eyes on the chat just to make sure everything is okay. Music is still fairly low, for example, so I'll pump that up after this. Ain't easy checking these things on the fly. That's good. That gives me an opportunity to... hell, let's just pump it right up. That's more like it. So this, for example, I believe is level 7, an exponential level of difficulty, or some such. And if I can actually get through it, we'll see why. Not easy. What really makes this game hard, unless I am half blind, is that the lines on the outside are thrusting inwards, Rant style. So it's not like I can even hope for a constant pace. Yeah, and there are no, as far as I'm aware, options for no options for controller input, so you're stuck with a mouse, which I find to be not very good. So yeah, if you thought Super Hexagon was great but you wanted more and harder, look up Open Hexagon and you get this. Of course, it doesn't stop with just being harder. We'll get to that. Yeah, that thrusting inwards just does my noggin in. Whew. Nasty. So yeah, that was... There are a few parts of that, like this one. Hard level of difficulty. What do they count as hard? Yeah. If I can have more than no seconds to react. Again, it's that thrusting inward. But anyway, this is all just more of what we had before, maybe a slight spin on it. So if you hit F4, it'll take you to evolutionary way of playing. Or it starts to be really quite cruel and bring in some new mechanics. The worst of all being lines from the outside that spin with you. Now if Super Hexagon already blew your mind, these ones are just yeah. Okay, the first one is a freebie since it flashes and changes my screen, but whatever, let's roll with this now. Yeah, not so nice. Not so nice at all. Now, when I first played these, my initial reaction was, what is this horseradish? You will not catch me dead playing this. And I played around with it a bit more, and I was like, okay, some of these are alright. And the music is pretty good, so I stuck with it for a bit. And we'll get to what I'm getting at soon. This is not it, but again, yeah, that kind of sums it up rather nicely. Borrows from Hexagonist's little trick of, oh, I'll just pull a 720 on you whilst you're trying to concentrate, hope you don't mind. Yeah, I got no response to that. And God knows what this one even is. What are you? You're horrible is what you are, so forget that one. But then I discovered this one, Polyhedron. And then I fell in love. I love this level. It destroys my eyes and my mind. Hope you like having no time to react. Emote saying my eyes are bleeding. Well, I'm enjoying your pain. Let's see how we can do on this one. This is Polyhedron. The music is either called or by Johnny Derp. Who's to say, to be honest? That is the cruelest thing, when all but one of the edges will just hone in on you. Yikes. Close but no cigarillo. I want to do that again. What I really like about it over Super Hexagon is that it introduces more mechanics of changing your inner shape. See, most of it is just hexagons in Super Hexagon with only level 1 and 4 giving you pentagons and squares. This gives you more. Quite a bit more. At last I understand. The horrible reaction on mouse doesn't help the situation here, but it kind of adds to it. I want to get over a minute. So yeah, I can't remember who showed this to me, but I both love and hate you in equal measure. Yeah, that's just cruel. I have incredibly bad vision in real life. I have no idea why. So close and yet so far. That is Polyhedron, the one tune in this that really made me fall in love with Open Hexagon. So if you feel that Super Hexagon just isn't enough, you should probably go for this. FTC. I find it strange that you like these games so much, while still playing mainly EU4, Jake. They're pretty much complete opposite. You realize DDR in my name stands for Dance Dance Revolution, probably one of my all-time favourite games. What are these? Forget that one. Centrifugal Force, however. Yep, just more horrors. For the people that thought Super Hexagon just wasn't super enough. Whew. I find that very hard to keep my eyes on. And then apparently there's this one where you will die. Great music. Shame I'll never hear much of it. I mean, how do you avoid this? God only knows. Those are probably my worst nightmare. Those blue sticks that go God knows where, because I can't follow their movements. This is exactly the kind of game that I would get full autism over. If I were but 6 years younger. And to think I had Super Hexagon wrapped around my little finger, and this just comes along and rocks my world. Truly horrible. And then there's this little number. With some more great music, if you can survive long enough to really hear it. The tricky thing about this one is you are constantly moving around. Like even if you just left it, your arrow would be moving around. Which means when you try to go in one direction, you'll find yourself going faster than the other. Of all of them, I think this is the one I wish I was better at. Because it looks amazing. It wouldn't be so bad if the ones on the outside weren't rolling around as well. But I guess where there is anything, there are people out there that will endeavour to be better than everyone else. There is a little mechanic where you can jump from one side to the other, but it's on the same button as restart, middle mouse button. Not an easy thing to hit in a hurry. When hurry is you have 1/10 of a second to react or less. Alright, gonna go back to Polyhedron for a few more tries, and then it's off to bed for me. Because I love Polyhedron. Probably gonna find myself on some lists for saying that. Ah, this is wonderful. I can try reading chat while I do this. No, that's a terrible idea. So sure, the game looks less polished than Super Hexagon, but I think it sounds every bit as good and has some great originality to it. Also, if you are for some reason too cheap to buy Super Hexagon, and I think it only costs about £1 or so, then here's a free alternative for you, you cheapskate. See, this is why I can't see. This whole level just spins progressively faster and gives you far less of an area to retreat to. You're gonna dream of those shapes tonight for sure. Don't worry, I have dreamt of plenty of shapes. Very common for dreams to be about video games. But that's great, because, you know, one regret in life is that there's never enough time for playing all the video games. If I'm dreaming of them, it's just like an extension of free time. My biggest issue with this level is partly through it I end up forgetting which way I'll go if I click left or right. Because not only does it spin faster, it keeps changing the direction that you're spinning in. Very disorientating, but in a fun kind of way. Same kind of fun you get when you sit on a desk chair and just spin it around as fast as you can. Preferably while holding a fire extinguisher or a leaf blower. True terror. Especially when you get almost every side but one zoning in on you, and you must very, very quickly make your escape. Like there. That is kind of the opposite, when it only throws one at you, but then you feel like a fool for getting hit. Yikes. Come on, game, you can do better than that. Like that. 70.59 seconds. That'll have to do. This was Open Hexagon and Super Hexagon. Great games. Give them a go if you don't feel the need to see for the rest of your life. As for me, I'm heading off to bed. I may as well just stream some more tomorrow, so see you then. It'll be punishment and who knows, maybe some Europa. Maybe. Maybe do attempt 1 of Big Blue Blob. Who's to say? Alright, cheers and ciao for now. Good night.
Hexagon.